Hello everyone, how's it going? Billy Ballgame here, back with another video. It is pretty early in the morning on Friday. You can probably tell that I'm not really awake yet. I just woke up and got dressed and got out of the shower. But it doesn't take long for my sleep schedule to get messed up once summer starts and I can stay up late and sleep in if I want to. On this channel, I'm just a dude who loves to talk about baseball and talk about baseball cards. And in today's video, we're going to go on a little bit of a family adventure. We're going to head into Columbia and hit up an antique store. So I figured I would go ahead and take this opportunity to film some video. And in this antique store, I have frequently bought baseball cards here. And I'm kind of got the itch because, as all of you know, I've been saving up for the National, which is coming up here pretty soon. It is the 31st of May today. So a little less than 2 months will kick off for the National, but I've been getting the itch to rip some packs. And last weekend, we went to an antique store down in Sedalia, a couple antique stores, and one that we went to, the previous time we had been there, they had baseball cards. And this time we went and they didn't really have anything. So I wasn't able to pick anything up. But my wife loves this antique store. She collects vintage board games and mirrors. She's got a whole wall of mirrors in our dining room. So my wife will go and look for that kind of stuff, and then we'll usually, my kids will find some toys or something that they want. But almost always, I find baseball cards. And I bought a lot of like junk wax era type boxes at this place. I bought an 86 Donruss box, which was really cool for me. I think I paid $140 for it. I opened it on Christmas Day, I think 2 Christmases ago. But I've bought a lot of stuff here. So I'm excited to go and walk through the aisles, see what I can find. I'll probably shoot some video of the cases that have baseball cards there and let you see what they have, as long as they're not playing music that I have to worry about trying to edit out, because most of you know I'm not very tech savvy. So also, I have mostly reorganized all my Hall of Famers. I'm hoping to finish it this afternoon when we get back. I've been working on this. Today will be the 3rd day now. And what an undertaking. So when I was a kid, when I would sort my cards, I would lay everything out on the floor. I would lay out on the floor all day, organize cards, and sort stuff. Well, now, again, that I'm almost 50, man, I can't sit in the floor. Like, it hurts. So I've been stacking some on my case, and then I started stacking them on the floor. I'll show you what I've been doing. And sitting in my chair and squatting over down into the floor to stack cards on player stacks. And man, my back's sore, my legs are sore. Like, I'm not as good as I once was. But while I've had the opportunity to dig through these cards and start sorting stuff, I grabbed a stack to send to Adam. So my buddy Adam from Oregon, here's a stack here. So when he sent me my last care package, which again, thank you, Adam, we emailed back and forth, and he emailed me a list of players that he's looking for, primarily from the 80s, and I have a lot of them. And Adam, I could send you more. However, some of them are for my sets. So everything I'm sending you is going to be doubles that I have in my collection. So hopefully you enjoy what I send you, and there'll be more coming because I have more stuff to go through. But I'll show you what I have going on with reorganizing these cards. And forgive the mess, but I'll stop this, flip the light on, and start filming again and show you what I've been up to the last few days. Hang on, I'll be right back with you. Sorry, it sounds like we're about to have chaos upstairs that the kids are awake. So I've gotten most of it done. And you can see the vast majority of these are junk wax. But what I did is just pulled everything out of the boxes and put them in player stacks. Like you can see a pretty tall stack of Dave Winfield there. There's Robin Yount. So really what I have left is starting with red Schoendienst and then working my way through. And then here's some more on the desk here. Here's my my stack of Ozzie Smith. But this is the box that I'm working on right now. Is Mike Schmidt was the last player that I did. And so here just some primarily junk wax Mike Schmidt cards. And then I have filled up 3 5,000 count boxes of cards the last few days. So there they are with their separators in there. And again, it's been a lot of work. And I'm sore. It's a lot more work than it seemed like it was when I was a kid. But like I said, I don't kneel and bend very well. But basically what I've been doing is I got laminated index cards. And they don't quite fit into the box as well as I thought they would. So what I do is I write the player's name on the top and then I bend them down here at the bottom. So when they're in there, they kind of look like that. That was the best I could do with what I had, but it will work. So those index cards weren't very expensive, and I may need some more. And really, this is making me wonder if I'm gonna rearrange my entire collection with the stars and everything, because man, this has been 3 days for probably what will equal pretty close to 4, I think, 5-row boxes. And of the star cards, like I have probably double or 3 times that. So I don't know. It's going to be a lot of work. What this project has made me do is realize that I need to downsize my collection, without a doubt, because some of these cards, like I might have 10 1987 Topps Tim Raines, and they're not worth a lot, but man, I could put them in 10-cent boxes at card shows or something to downsize. So we'll see what let me move this camera. Sorry, my dog's barking upstairs because my wife just left to go pick my son up from summer band camp. But yeah, it's a massive undertaking. And so I'm not sure where I want to go from here, but I definitely need to figure out some way to downsize. That's for sure. So that's it from here. So hopefully the next time I pick you all up, I'll be either coming out of the dugout, hopefully with some top loaders, or I'll be in the antique store. So hang with me and I'll be back with you all again. All right, guys, we made it to the antique store. So this is the first booth that when you walk in that has cards. And let me see if I can find some prices on some of these. I usually don't buy single cards here because usually they're overpriced. So I'll show you the booth down a little bit that I usually buy stuff from, and I usually just buy boxes because you can usually find boxes at decent prices. But here's a Brett Favre Upper Deck rookie card in a PSA 10 for $275. Now, I don't know the price of a Brett Favre rookie card off the top of my head in a PSA 10, but my guess is $275 is probably too much. for a George Brett or for a Brett Favre Upper Deck rookie card. But you can see here, like, here's an 89 score supplemental set for 40 bucks. Like, that's probably too much. I'm not sure on that. And then here's an 89 Donruss Baseball's Best for 40 bucks also, which I'm sure is overpriced, but sometimes I buy packs from this booth. There's some pretty decent prices on some of the packs. Like, here's 90 tops for $1.50, 88 tops for $1.50, 89 tops for $1.50, and then some leaf packs and different stuff like that. But usually I don't buy single packs if I can buy boxes. And then here's some sets. 89 Donruss for $29. That's not bad. 88 Fleer, 89 Score, 88 Donruss. And I have a lot of this stuff, so I probably won't buy any of that. But here's the booth that I usually do the most damage in. I think this is the same seller, but here's some boxes here. Here's an 89 Bowman box for $37.99, which is probably a little bit too expensive. Here's a 91 Stadium Club for 35 bucks, which again is probably a little bit too much. There's a box of hockey, which I would buy, but I bought so much of that the last few years, and his prices have come up on some of this. So a while ago, I bought a box of this hoops for, I think it was 40 or 50 bucks. So I'm definitely not going to pay 80 for it. I wouldn't mind buying a box of 93 to pull a Derek Jeter rookie, but I'm not going to pay 130 bucks for one. There's a box of 92 Jumbo. That's been in this case for a while, and it's been a while since I've been here, and it looks like he's kind of been cleaned out. But you can see a box of 89 Fleer for 90 bucks. Leaf Series 1 for 125. Here's 92 tops, 91 tops, 88 and 87. Here's a set of 93 Upper Deck. So I may come back to this later. It just depends on what else I can find. So I'll continue to look around, and then I'll let you know if I see anything else that's interesting. I'll be back with you. All right, everybody, I'm back. So as you can see from my previous clip, at the antique store, there really wasn't much to choose from this time. And it's been a while since we've been there, but it seems like his cases have been picked through quite a bit. So I don't know if that's why the prices have increased on his stuff. Maybe business has picked up and he's been selling a lot more stuff, so he decided to start charging more. Or I don't know if maybe the rent space or the rent for the booth space has gone up. But I bought a lot of stuff from that booth, and it seemed like for the stuff he had left, a lot of it, the price has increased by probably 25 or 50%. Like that hoop set or that hoops box, how much was that? $70 or $80. That's insane to me. And I would like to buy another one, but you know, I've paid 40 or 50 bucks for them in the past, and that just seems way too much for me. The 87 Fleer box for 80 bucks, I think is probably not bad. Or was it 90? I think that's probably a little bit overpriced, but not as bad as he was on some of his stuff. And then he has several booths scattered throughout the antique mall. And in one of his other booths, he had 2 boxes of 1990 Topps cello packs, which I would like to have bought, because the rumor is that that's where the Frank Thomas No Name on Front rookies come out of. but they were, I think, $80 a piece. And I'd gone through there, I think last time I was there, they were $65 a piece, and they've been sitting there for quite a while. So if you're not able to sell them at 65, there has to be a reason why you would raise the price to 80, and then they're still just sitting there. So my guess is the rent for the booth spaces went up. But I was able to pick up one thing while I was there. Really, the only cards that I thought about maybe picking up was the box of 91 Topps or the box of 89 Bowman. But I just didn't want to spend 30 or 40 bucks on a box when I could buy them online on eBay for probably, you know, close to half that price. So I didn't buy any cards. Now, what I did come home with, I think is super cool. I'm going to have to find a spot for it in the man cave. And if I can't find a spot for it in the man cave, then I'll put it out in the hallway. And I'm going to have to reframe it. But I got a poster of the 82 Cardinals World Series team, which I thought was super cool. It was kind of tucked in a corner of one of the booths there. And it just jumped out at me. I'm going to reframe it. This is not a great frame, and you can see it's kind of, you know, it's been rolled up, so you can see the roller mark or the roll marks from flattening it out from where it had been rolled up. But I think if I get it in a better frame, that will help flatten it out. And it was $9, so I'll call that a win. So yeah, it was a little disappointing as far as cards go there. But, you know, my wife and kids found stuff for them. And so that's cool. Part of the fun for me is to just go around and look. It's almost like a scavenger hunt, wondering what you'll be able to find. So there's a lot of stuff that I could have bought, but just I didn't want it bad enough to, you know, spend 40 or 50 or so dollars of my national budget on some random box of cards, especially when I'm always complaining about not having enough supplies to top load and penny sleeve them. But I did go by the dugout, and I picked up some top loaders, 8 boxes of top loaders, eight 25 count boxes, and some card savers and some 4-row boxes. So today's trip again was a little bit disappointing, especially since this is my Friday video. But maybe what I'll do is I'll start doing some research, and maybe my next video will be the players that aren't in the Hall of Fame, the best player at each position that isn't already in the Hall of Fame from the post 1980 rookie card era. So I may do some research on that once I get done putting the rest of these cards away. And maybe I'll get that video out Monday or Tuesday or so. So thank you for sticking around. I apologize that this video was kind of anticlimactic. And I could have filmed more in the rest of the antique mall, because again, there were several booths that had more boxes of cards and more packs of cards, but the music in the back part of the antique mall was a lot louder. So I didn't want to have to worry about filming and then editing the music out. I think I'll be okay up in the front part from filming those cases already. You can kind of hear the music, but you can't really tell what song it is or anything. So I think I'll be okay with that. But I'm starting to ramble, so I'll go ahead and wrap it up at that. And again, I appreciate the support for the channel. Stay tuned. More videos will be coming. I'm going to have to find a new honey hole where I can go find cards at antique stores in. But until the next video, I hope everybody has a good one, and I'll talk to you later.